Hello, first off, I would like to acknowledge the awesomeness of Jen Pawol to become the first women umpire to have been called up to the Major League Baseball. And this is one of the more historic days of MLB. So, congratulations, Jen Pawol, for um, for making her MLB debut as a MLB umpire, and that's certainly awesome news. Definitely inspiration for the women in the generations to come. And this is the umpire in me talking about it. So that is pretty awesome, and congrats to her. Definitely came a long way, man. It was awesome. So congratulations to her once again, and to do that in the first base, I think that's pretty cool. And she made some tough calls and or right calls too. So not bad, really not bad at all. What was not good, well, this piss poor of a game this was. Gusto made his Marlins debut, and he was not bad. He was not bad at all. Had a couple of struggling innings. He wasn't bad at all. He was pretty good. He gave up 2 runs in the second inning. In the second inning, a little bond that says that Murphy was hit by a pitch. Harris Jr. doubled to right. Alves hit grounded to second, so there will be a sacrifice there. And White hit a sacrifice fly to left to make it 2-0 Braves. Then we had some chances in the top of the third, but a double play. A freaking double play happened. That just we had plenty of the and frustrating part is we had plenty of double plays against the Marlins. Against the Marlins. That's the first one right there. Fielder's choice, and the critical 7th inning happened that there was a double play. So it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and the reason why I mentioned double plays, because the entire game where the Marlins had a chance to convert into a double play. Actually, there was one double play, but that was the unordinarily one, which is the inning that we're actually talking about right now. Allen single. This is Allen now, the Braves player. Profar works the walk. Olsen reached an infield single, so it's bases loaded, nobody out. Baldwin, of course. Drake, where the hell did Drake Baldwin even come from? Singles to center. Murphy that grounded to fielder's choice to third. So there was a out at home. So I can't. Okay, never mind. There was no double play at all, and they get the force out at home to get out Profar. So okay, never mind. And then a couple outs there. So the Marlins can't get a hit. Bottom of the fifth. Actually, no, top of the fourth. I'm lying. They did get a hit. Augustin Ramirez flied out to left. What should have been a home run ends up being a home run robbery brought in by Profar. The guy who put himself juice, taking steroids, and got suspended for the postseason, was the one that is now in the conversation of the catch of the year. Sure, a sick catch. Oh my God. Well, it's so frustrating, man. Now they're going to talk about this for a long time, this catch. An absolute robbery from Profar. Robbing Gus to get a home run. Had to jump up and lunge the glove over the fence to snatch that baseball away back into the park. Oh my God. Unbelievable happened in this freaking goddamn forsaken ballpark. So horseshit. So horseshit. Alright, let's skip ahead. Bottom of the fifth inning, Olsen worked the walk. Murphy is safe for the throw and error by Sanoja. That throw was so badly thrown by Sanoja. I shouldn't exaggerate this much, but it was a bad throw. But luckily, not there was no damage done. Top of the sixth. Finally, we got something. Sonoha gets a double to left. Pawol line out to left. X, happy birthday, Xavier Edwards. 9-pitch at bat is a base hit to left. And he was able to score Sonoha, which is pretty cool. Which is awesome. And I notice X is getting frustrated now because he was trying to steal second, but each time he was going to try to steal second, there was a foul ball. And then the next two batters, Stowers and Gus, they got out, which sucks, man. So we were knocking on the door to try to get back within. Bottom of the sixth, 1, 2, 3, cool. Top of the seventh, Liam Hicks hit the single. Pierce Johnson with the nasty curveballs. Marcy hits a single to center, so we're in business. We're in business trying to get it up. The go-ahead run is Dane Myers. In this situation, two things what they should have done. They really should have brought in somebody else, like Derek Hill. He should have been pinch hit for Dane Myers because he's been struggling a lot lately. He's been struggling a lot. I'm surprised that they didn't pinch hit him. They didn't bring somebody in to pinch hit for Dane Myers. And number two, if you were not going to pinch hit for Myers, why the hell is he hitting? At that point, you have to ask him to bunt because he is struggling tremendously. Take a chance to bunt the baseball. And if he doesn't get reached on base, then fine. But at least you have some players that score in position. You have somebody at third and second to avoid a double play. And speaking of double play, that's exactly what happens. Myers ground to a double play. And then what do you think happens with Troy Johnson? Yep, he lined out second. And I gotta tell you, folks, I don't really bring this up because he's a rookie manager, but these decisions lately by Clayton McCullough has been very questionable. Very questionable decisions from Clayton McCullough. I don't normally talk about it like this, but he's made some really questionable decisions. And the biggest questionable decision he makes here is George Soriano. Do we miss talking about George Soriano? Absolutely not. He should have stayed in Jacksonville. Soriano was horrible. Of course he was. Of course he was horrible. He's always going to be a horrible pitcher. In fact, I'm amazed that Peter Bendix did not trade him off. You can trade people off from the minor league system. Why didn't they do that with Soriano? Why? Case proven points. When we were 2 points down, and then the game was lost. The game was lost, and I knew it. He was going to give up this home run at some point in this inning. I knew it was going to happen. I saw it a mile away. Allen grounded to shortstop. And then guess what? Profar works a walk. Olsen hits a single. Drake Baldwin hits a single to center to make it 4-1 Atlanta. Murphy struck out swinging. And Michael Harris, the second, homered to center to make it 7-1 Braves. And that's your ball game. That's your ball game right there. I knew it was over when Soriano was coming in. He is awful. Awful. And I'm amazed that they kept him in this organization. There was an error by the Braves, by Alvarez Jr. Olsen should have picked this one up, but in the end, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the Braves have this game 7-1. Game 2 tonight, Sandy Alcantara versus Eric Fetty. You have to win this game. Otherwise, we lose this series. We have to refrain. We got to take back the conversation about potential playoffs. let's get to it. I'm gonna take a nap, honestly, because this is, I don't know what to do. All right.